Hey, welcome to Cash Grab, the series and podcast where we go through different franchises that have been turned into video games and we decide whether they are cash grabs or not.
Yeah, we'll go with that.
I messed.
I'm Adam.
I powered through.
I'm Tom.
Dan, do you want to introduce yourself?
I'm Dan.
Right, so to give you some context there, that took Dan roughly 20 minutes.
That's good, isn't it? You finally dethroned me.
Four tries.
Hey.
4 tries.
And he said series every time. I don't think you ever said that at the beginning of it.
Nice, because we're doing videos now.
I guess it technically is a series. It's a series of podcasts.
Yeah, so
Yeah, but it's not a series and
YouTube
podcast.
No, it's not two separate entities. One definitely encroaches
It's
on the
one
other.
entity.
One can't exist without the other.
Anyway.
Much like light and darkness. Podcast and series.
Well,
That's fire and water.
Really deep.
Beautiful.
I can be
Have a
deep.
watch
I can be
it.
deep.
Too deep.
Yeah, I'll leave it there.
so welcome to this series finale.
Welcome.
Oh.
Wow.
Oh.
No, don't worry, there's the next season.
Oh.
Oh.
Yeah,
We're not doing that.
We've been
Yeah, I
greenlit.
feel like we're confusing people now.
Yeah. So, how have we been?
Good.
I've been better.
Oh, what's wrong
What's
with you?
wrong? Or what?
I don't know.
Okay.
You're
There's
just
just-
sure there has been a point in your life where you felt
Better.
Yeah.
happier.
Yeah.
Is it
I
because
just
you're
think-
jealous of me and my Nintendo Switch?
Partly, maybe.
There's some fireworks.
I don't think it's fireworks.
I thought that was something.
I think that's a maniac on the loose with...
Too soon?
No, shush. Why? Did something bad happen? Have I missed something?
No, I don't know. I think
Oh, God! Las Vegas!
That's what I was
Oh,
thinking.
no. That was a good 24 hours ago from when we were recording.
Yeah.
So it's definitely free reign now.
that was horrible.
Yeah,
Anyway.
so inappropriate.
We
Yeah,
all,
so what's wrong?
Nothing.
Okay,
I just
cool.
know I've been better at one particular moment in my life. So now I'll just say I've been better.
Oh,
It's
great.
my new thing. So now I know when I get to a point in life where I'm absolutely tip-top and people say, how are you? I said, I've never been better.
Ah.
Do you see?
You're never gonna hear that from
I
me.
have
Yeah.
2 stages of function now.
How do you know?
I've been
Because you
better.
never know when you're that good until you're that good and then you've gone
Yeah,
past it and then you're like,
hindsight.
oh, that was really good.
Don't confuse me. I'm already confused enough as
He's
it
got a
is.
system.
I've been better. Let's leave it at that. Move on. Ask Dan where he's been or something.
Dan, where have you been?
It's a good symbiosis we've got here.
Yes. I've been busy. I've been moving house, sort of. So I'm just into a new place. I haven't been doing much besides from being out and about. Mime class. I'm packing in acting, becoming a mime.
You know this is a video game podcast, right? So far we've had Tom talk about how his life's getting depressing and Dan talk
life's
about
great.
moving house and mime classes.
You asked me where I've been and how I'm doing.
Yeah, I know, but I kind of
Because-
meant like, yeah,
Yeah,
good.
because of the moving.
and I'm playing.
Because of the moving, I haven't really been able to
All right,
play much.
let's-
But I did. The first thing I took was the easiest thing to take. It was the PS3, and I don't have many games, so I started playing Black Flag.
Nice.
Good
Yeah,
game.
yeah,
Good
good
game.
game.
What have you been playing, Steph?
I've Platinum Wolfenstein.
I saw that. You could see that on our Instagram.
Yeah. It's just a picture of the Platinum.
At Cash
but,
Grab
yeah.
Podcast. But that's like the second platinum you've put up in the space of a week.
Do you know, I've
because
never
you had the
platinumed
Final
a game.
Fantasy 50.
No?
Really?
No,
I've only done one.
I've got a really short attention span.
See,
And I
I've,
do find this with a lot of things.
It'd
I
be great if you just walked off.
Yeah,
as you
just-
said that. You missed a trick there, man. Anyway, sorry.
you should Platinum Hunting Wild Man, whatever it is you're playing at the
Are you
moment.
still playing it?
I'm still playing it, yeah.
Call of the
Still
Wild.
loving it?
I'm still
Call
loving
of the
it.
Wild.
Is it Call of the Wild?
Yeah.
It's getting confusing because you've got Call of the Wild, you've got Breath of the Wild, you've got a game called The Wild. It's too much going
There's
on.
too many wilds.
Yeah.
You
And you
know,
got the Wild
Too
Hunt.
many names.
You know,
Jeez.
Wild
Why are
Hunt-
there only a certain number
see,
of words?
the thing is,
Yeah.
when you start to get older, you don't want to hold more than 2 of the same word linking into 2 different things at the same time because things get awfully confusing.
Everything has to be
I don't know
separate.
what's going on anymore.
Right, so
I've been better.
yeah, I've been a bit ill the past few days, so I've been enjoying my Switch in bed, and it's been great.
Way. Just to say, you look smashing, considering.
Cheers, mate. I
That's
don't
all right.
feel too well.
Oh, you look that way.
Oh, I feel alright. No, but like, it's. I mean, you can listen to anyone talk about a Switch to say the exact same thing, but like the fact that you can go from the screen to handheld, then back to the screen as you wish, is amazing.
I'm not jealous.
Great.
I mean, that's good.
Did you buy Breath of the Wild for it? Or
No, I
you
played
got
Breath of
that
the
one?
Wild on Wii U,
Yeah.
so I probably will buy Breath of the Wild.
You've got to really.
Yeah,
Within your
Just
motion
for the sake of
control,
performance and everything, because
Because
it did have its stutters
it had its
on
stutters,
Wii U.
but
Good
yeah,
though,
it's
still good.
it's probably one of my favourite games of all
I
time.
just-
So I'm gonna have to buy the pinnacle version.
If you do get it, just don't stalk the European bison. They're just not worth it. And they can fight back.
You see what I mean? Do you have to have your team assembled for European bison?
No,
You have to
no,
have good equipment.
Oh, you do have to have good equipment.
Snares, traps, lures.
Don't trap
Did you have the
someone.
Master Sword when you took down your bison?
The what?
We're not talking about Breath of the Wild.
Why is M. Bison in this game? You're just walking along
Right,
in the
you-
forest. Psycho Crusher! Oh, I'm dead.
Yeah. So I've only got Mario Rabbids,
But it's fucking brilliant.
which is a lot more
Steph
fun
showed
than
me a bit
before.
earlier. I've been a huge skeptic so far of a lot of things Switch, I'll admit. I've had lots of digs on Mario Odyssey.
Yeah,
In
which
fact,
is weird because I love it. I can't wait for it to come out.
I was telling the guys, this is for the sake of the viewers, so I'm going to be speaking in like third person. But I told the guys, you lot, about, because I had a rant on like one of our previous episodes about Mario Odyssey, and I had a Twitter rant. You haven't actually heard this, Dan. And
I remember you ranting about Mario.
oh yeah,
Mario.
So I had a big rant about it because I had Frog Mario and all this other shit. And I was getting pissed off because I was like, be anything you want. So I saw a picture today of like Goomba Mario.
Yeah.
And I was like,
you could be a tower of Goomba Mario.
yeah, but this is it. I was getting so pissed off, and obviously my phone, I've got a short fuse at the moment, so something clicked inside my head. Instantly took to Twitter, as I do, being a coward, and I just wrote down rapist Mario. That's my suggestion for Mario Odyssey. If he can be anything, he can divulge himself in the spirit of lost prophets.
Well, that's
And-
not the rapist Mario that I'm having.
And
You are horrible. Mario is a lovely little game.
yeah, but they've got like Baby Luigi and Baby Peach and all those others, haven't they?
Oh, Tom.
You're a bastard.
You've been better.
Yeah.
I've been better.
When can we make a timeout for Tom?
I think now is
Oh, I'm going to
appropriate.
mute him.
No, you're not.
Yeah, because my mic will still pick you up.
Boom. There's no escape.
Get out.
No.
5 minutes.
I'm between
Fuck
people.
off.
I'm between people. I'm stuck.
All right, should we get to the episode then?
You didn't ask me what I was playing.
Oh, we know what you're playing. It's the same thing every week.
Is it?
Gwent or Witcher or Dragon Age Inquisition.
Nope.
Wait, let me guess. Gran Turismo, first thing that came to my mind.
Nope.
I don't think Tom's ever played a Gran Turismo
No,
game.
I have.
I knew. Yeah. Oh.
The demo. You know, when
Yeah,
when we
yeah,
used to
on
get
the-
those free demos you get in the
Yeah, on
magazine.
PS1 demo discs. Yeah.
You boys called it. No. With
Yeah.
Halloween fast approaching, I decided to have a new playthrough of
The
Dead
Witcher
Space.
1.
Dead Space 1.
Yeah.
Nice. Have you played Dead Space 2?
I played them all.
Actually, funny you say that. Visceral's just been shut
It
down,
has.
isn't it?
Topical.
Topical.
That's what got me thinking. I thought Halloween's fast approaching, and they're never going to make another Dead Space. Might as well play one. And
I
I
really enjoyed
played
it.
it through a couple of times.
Dead
I
Space
think
1 was really good.
It's the
I
best one
loved
in my
Dead Space 2. I think 2 was the better one.
it's better for action and stuff, but I think 1 was more atmospheric.
I
One
thought
was
2 was
more
just-
fucking scary.
Yeah, but 2 was just more fun to play.
2 reminded me of Resident Evil 4 in space.
Great.
And that's good
What
in my book.
more do you
Because I
want?
like Resident Evil 4, and I'm also quite an avid fan of space.
Space is pretty good.
There's
See?
nothing better than a bit of space.
Cool.
That's why the biggest button on a keyboard is the space bar.
And what, and what you played it on? PC?
PC.
Yeah.
It's got some fucking issues on PC,
Oh,
like
no.
lines and all that shit. So you've got to shut down VSync and you've got to force it in your control panel and all this little
Don't
jibber
force it in.
jabber.
Don't force it in. You've got to be careful about forcing it in.
Hey, that's inappropriate, Dan. Get out.
He's between people.
When are you going to get an actual console?
I've had an actual console.
Well, when are you going to get like a current
Yeah, you had an
up-to-date
Xbox One.
console?
I had an Xbox One and I
That's
sold
like-
it
When did you have an Xbox One?
ages ago
Why did you sell it?
because the PC was a lot better and the games were a lot cheaper.
He's not wrong.
Yeah.
Also, I don't hear about much when it comes to Xbox anymore. Maybe
Xbox.
There's,
Maybe
there's
it's-
many a reason for
Maybe
that.
it's just because I'm around you guys. But
No, well, if
They're also not releasing that many games. That Cuphead done pretty well.
is
Yes.
that Xbox? Was
Yeah,
it
it was
PlayStation?
Microsoft. It was PC and Xbox.
What was it?
Was it?
Cuphead.
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 Oh, it's fucking great.
Yeah, I'm
Fucking
tempted to bust
It's
a
fucking
PC out
great.
again and get it.
Retro animation, sort of, isn't it?
Sorry.
Yeah. Oh, there's the podcast, but
Sorry.
There we go. And it's quite hard difficulty. So it's yeah. So
But it's got like apparently it's got a really good learning curve to it. Like you actually like when you die, you then jump straight back in and you keep going. And
It'd be nice if life had a
Use the
It'd
mic.
be nice if life had a learning curve. Do you know what I
It
mean?
doesn't have to be fair.
I'm wondering
That's
if I'm leaning
true.
too far back because I've never used the Yeti before.
You can look at
I
this little
recommend
green bar.
leaning further forward, Dan.
No, it's too sensitive. It's too sensitive.
I can just imagine Dan like that for the rest of the podcast.
Should I do?
Awesome. Okay,
Should we get
to
to
it?
the podcast then?
Let's.
Right. So,
Scott
today,
Pilgrim, Scott
just
Pilgrim versus the world.
Just to let the viewers know, Adam fell down the stairs before the podcast. So
Yeah, he did.
bear
I may
with
be
him.
suffering a
Bear with him.
concussion.
He's a bit rattled. So as he said, we're doing Pilgrim of the Scots World, which is a great film. I hear.
Yeah.
Have we watched Pilgrim Scots World before?
Yeah, when it came out.
Did you in the cinema?
No, not in the cinema. Like, when it
I
came
feel
out.
like I may have gone to the
DVD.
cinema to watch it.
Really?
Yeah, I don't know why, but I just remember.
Yeah.
I feel like I was in the cinema while I was watching it, not enjoying it at the time.
Ooh.
Okay.
I don't know why.
Yeah, I get that feeling because I watched it last year, and I got halfway through, and then I went upstairs because I got bored. Not even halfway through. I think I got further watching it with you guys. I must have watched like 20 minutes.
It does start quite slow.
Very.
Yeah, it
Anyway,
does
we'll
start
get
slow.
into
We'll
it.
get
We'll
to
get
it.
into that.
I don't mind. when we
Yeah.
get to it.
Yeah, I think I watched it when it when it came out.
I realised,
After
like,
the cinema.
yeah, before we started watching it, I thought I'd seen a bit of it before. I realised I'd watched like the end quarter of an hour, so I
Right,
didn't.
yeah.
I've seen the beginning and the end basically. The middle eludes me, but I'll get to that
One
one.
day.
Still no further forward with that.
Still
one.
no
No,
further
one
forward.
day you'll get
No,
it.
exactly. One day I'll get it if I've got the patience for it. So Scott Pilgrim versus the World.
Yeah.
Interesting film on many levels.
Yeah.
The director is Stef.
Edgar Wright.
Edgar Wright. You may remember Edgar Wright from such films as Shaun of the Dead
Hot
and Baby Driver.
Baby Driver's so good. Have you seen it?
No.
I really recommend it.
might
I should have
watch
gone.
it.
Should have gone. Yeah, it's all right.
It's alright.
Right. So basically, this is inspired by a comic book originally, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like a series of short stories.
Is it?
The Scott Pilgrim versus the World, yeah.
Okay.
Interesting. Are they still doing them? Is the short story now a long story?
No, I have a feeling that number 10.
They don't.
I think the one that was released in 2010, so the final one, which
is what?
the last comic book.
Mm.
So the film was released
Like
to
coincide
coincide
with the final
with the
comic.
final
That makes
comic book.
sense. Yeah.
I think so.
I haven't
Don't
read
take
any
my
of
word
them.
on it, but I
No.
remember hearing it.
I'd
No.
be interested in giving them a read.
Well, the film is released on August 13th, 2010. And that's the North American release. So I suppose it does coincide with the end of the comic books. It fits right in. Good for marketing, eh, boys?
Very good for
Hey,
marketing. Hey, boys.
Clever
And
boys.
as you'll see, they fucking love a bit of marketing in this movie.
They
Yes.
do.
We'll get to that. But basically, as it opens up in a very kind of nonchalant sort of way. People in a kitchen talking crap, basically. Mainly about
yep.
Scott. And I like the way it's straight off the bat, the way characters are introduced.
Yeah.
With the kind of, they've got like their stats next to them. Do you know what I
Yeah,
mean?
like the video
Yeah.
game stats
Yeah.
named and then like their role.
Yeah.
Their party role. Yeah, it's
The
quite
thing
good.
is, I thought to myself, when I saw that, I thought, if this movie was produced in Japan, they would have one more detail. They would always have blood type for some reason.
Yeah, they love putting blood type. Like
Japanese in every
Street
single
Fighter,
thing.
they put
Yeah.
blood type,
Yeah.
like just in case you need
And
to know
Resident
what
Evils
Blanca's
as well.
blood type is.
Yeah. It's
Yeah.
like, for some reason...
Maybe
the
they're vampires.
all of them.
All of them.
An island of vampires. Vampire Island. Violent.
They've done well to hide it from us.
Hide it.
Hide it. Hide it.
Yeah, done a damn good job, haven't they?
And maybe they're trying to
Explains a lot.
trick everyone with the whole like sun, Empire of the Sun thing that they got going on.
So clever.
Yeah.
Beyond clever.
Let
So
us know if you're a
It
vampire.
does explain, like, the one time I spoke to a Japanese guy, I was like, how you doing, mate? And he just went, I was like, didn't even realise he had a cape.
Was the attire deflating? That's what it sounded like to me.
No, it wasn't even a human, it was just a snake. It was a snake in a cape. just so happened to be in Japan at the time, so I was like, I know you're Japanese. But anyway, sorry, getting sidetracked. So yeah, I like the way they have their stats. It's a nice way of introducing it without... Because in a lot of movies, there's slow introductions and more information is revealed over time. And it's actually quite nice to just be like, boom, there's a like snippet of
Yeah,
information.
because it's very video gamey, this film.
Yeah.
So like that all works.
Yes.
And as he's talking, there's a kid playing Zelda. It looks like on a Game Boy SP.
It's a DS.
Is it a DS?
It was. It was the old model.
My
Yeah,
mum's
the
got
original one.
Yeah.
She
Yeah, I
plays
remember.
Sudoku on it.
Yeah.
Does she still play it?
Doctor, whatever her name is, Brain Training.
Yeah, that's
I
the
remember playing that. Your housewife.
Fucking brilliant. There was always little to do at ads, wasn't there?
Yeah, it's always a boring place to go and play DS.
Oh.
I feel bad now.
Oh shit. We've all fucked up a bit this episode.
Yeah, so like, but as they were talking, as it was key moments, you'd hear the Zelda noises. So like, you'd hear like, yeah, like the chest opening, all that. Like you'd hear it as Scott was giving his little speech.
Yes, definitely.
Which is really cool.
Yeah. So I mean, like, I did actually. It was like the first thing I wrote. Zelda influence within sounds.
Yeah.
I was like,
yes,
that's a good note.
I mean,
Spot on.
it's literally after every joke it's great sound design as well as editing.
Really is.
but the thing is, Edgar Wright is like known for it, isn't he?
Yeah.
Like his use of like music and sounds and stuff, and like the foreshadowing and the edits as well.
Yeah.
Like he's like that's his style, and it works just so well in this film. It works in Shaun of the Dead. It works in Hot Fire. It works in all of them.
It's
so good.
It's one of those things. Once you've got like a taste for his movies, you'd know this is him.
You
a
pick
mile
up
off.
on them. Yeah.
That's something I will say. Like the movie may be slow, but the style is worth watching for the style.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah, definitely.
And
yeah.
the
It's very
comedy usually hits pretty.
It's
It's got little
It's one
moments.
of those. It's one of those interesting ones.
I like the
'cause
badum moments where they use the sounds and little hints and nods.
it's like
Yes.
you were saying, Tom. It's got that Wayne's World vibe.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like it's American, but it's not like in your face America.
Yeah.
It's like that subtle sort of
Canadian.
Canadian.
It's Canadian. Mike Myers is Canadian, isn't he?
Oh yeah.
Is he?
Yeah.
it is.
Ooh.
There we go. So it's Canadian humour.
Canadians are funny. Americans aren't.
Yeah.
Sweet.
Exactly.
Actually, Tom did have a go at American humour not long ago, didn't he?
I did, and I've got good reason to. Their films are bad.
I'm sorry for all my coughing, by the way.
It's all right. Don't worry about it.
But that was to the listeners, not you guys. I can't get
In
out.
future, if you're addressing the listeners, look at the camera.
Oh, it's for you guys.
It's like talking.
Cross-eyed.
It's it's like
What was
talking.
her name? That teacher. Oh, well. What's that teacher called?
I
No,
don't want to.
Am I going to have to bleep out that name?
Fuck's sake.
No, but I know,
Mrs. Cross Eyes.
there was a beautiful drama teacher with the lazy eye.
Beautiful drama teacher with the lazy eye.
got a weird
That
taste
sounds
there,
like a
Dan.
brilliant romantic novel. The girl with the lazy eye. The girl with no teeth.
She was lovely.
I bet
Anyway,
she was.
the film.
What?
The film.
What we
Okay.
came here to do.
So basically, like we're saying, like these interesting sound designs and stuff. You're introduced to these characters in the kitchen, and they're basically having a little dig at Scott about this girlfriend, not girlfriend.
Yes.
And he's kind of saying, "Oh, I think she's my girlfriend because she gave me a hug, and we've been on
I
the
don't
bus
think
together."
they haven't even held hands at this point.
Yeah, I don't think it had any kind of contact at all.
No, that's true.
Apparently, you met her on the bus
Yeah.
That's it.
with her
So
mum.
so he was like, "Oh yeah, it's going places. We saw each other on the bus." So you get the impression that Scott Pilgrim, as you'd expect, is kind of playing that underdog protagonist. You know, he's dweeby, he's an outcast, he's this, he's that, but he's that underdog protagonist. You can't help but like him.
Oh,
you know?
well, I don't know. I didn't like him. I didn't like him at all. I don't know how he gets later.
Fucking hell.
You didn't let me finish my sentence.
Not at all.
Those with empathy will like him.
He's too quirky, and there's moments where he's almost trying to act like cute, and but nah, I don't. He's an arsehole.
I haven't not read the comic books, but I feel like that's more Michael Cera coming through than.
The thing is, Michael Cera.
I don't know. From the
Yeah.
game, I didn't get that impression from Scott. He just seemed a bit more cool, a bit more edgy.
Yeah.
Whereas in the movie, he's a Michael Cera character.
The thing is, this
Yeah,
is the thing.
yeah.
It's like Michael Cera has that effect on movies that Seth Rogen has on movies. And it's that every movie Seth Rogen's been in, everyone's like, oh, have you seen that movie with Seth Rogen in it? I'm like, yeah, he played Seth Rogen.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
He's done
Every
a really
single
good job
movie.
of playing himself.
Yeah, it's like he plays himself so well. Nobody else could play Seth Rogen, but he plays Seth Rogen really well. It's the same with Michael Cera. It's like, you see that film with Michael Cera? Juno, yeah. But he played Michael Cera.
Yeah, he played.
It's the same in this, you know? It's exactly the same in this. So I think it is. I think you're right. I
Yeah.
think it is the effect, the Michael Cera effect, which is my 5th film idea now.
Well, I apologize.
Starring Ashton Kutcher.
Yeah, but to be fair,
He has
I
lacked
guess
a
I
bit
should
of work, you know?
I guess I should apologise to Michael Cera. It's not you, but it is you.
But to be fair, Dan, his character does do something later on, which I agree was a dick move. So yeah.
That's true. That is true. But anyway, like we start getting the first taste from then on about the cinematography, like we're talking about.
Adam, you look confused.
What's
Just
wrong
trying
with
to think back to his dick move.
Well, that sounds wrong. Are you sure we watched the same film?
when he laughed, the image went like symbiosis went into my mind. I was
a
like,
dick swinging.
that is, yeah. I was like, that is a bit funny. I just had meat spin. I had you spin me right round and everything. I had it all going on. Fucking hell, that took me back. That took me back.
What,
Sorry.
yesterday when you watched it?
Yeah, man. It's time. Time flies when you're watching me spin. So the cinematography,
Yeah.
like we were saying about the changes and transitions of scenes and stuff, it's like straight off the bat, you know, after they're finished having their little conversation stuff, you hear the doorbell go and there's like, you know, it has that comic book-esque like ring across the screen.
Yeah.
Think, like viewers obviously can't see this, but think 1960s Batman. Pow!
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like
You know.
it's like when you look at a comic book and you see like the noises, and then you just see them like that wrote out like our logo. You know how it's like small, then it gets bigger and
Yeah,
then smaller.
yeah.
That kind of that kind of wavy effect.
Yeah.
It's like that.
I saw a really funny picture the other day, and it was like an old 1960s Batman, and he was punching Snap, Crackle, and Pop. But he just goes, Snap, Crackle, dead. I was like, genius.
That sounds great.
Oh, it was fucking brilliant. It caught me off guard. I choked a bit. I laughed so much. But anyway, good cinematography. Has these little intricate things, and scenes connect, like you were saying. So it's not like everything's instantly kind of shut off. So there's a scene, and then it's like quick move to another scene. It's like things kind of move and transition, almost like you're flipping a page of a comic book.
Yeah, so it's like he'll
It's interesting, you know.
yeah, so like he'll go through a door, which is obviously meant to go into like the kitchen.
Yeah.
But when as he goes through it, it's into a completely new area.
Yeah.
And it starts the next
You
scene.
see.
as he
Yeah, and it
walks
kind of
in.
the camera does that thing where it kind of goes in and out
Yeah.
and stuff, and it kind of gives that thing of like a page folding of in and out. You know, it's clever. It has that comic book feel to it. So straight off the bat, you're kind of taken in
You're in, yeah.
to that world of Scott Pilgrim, that kind of comic book geeky, you know, fantasy sort of world. So like the cinematography is a huge benefit, and obviously the director gets it damn right. Edgar Wright.
I think I'm
Oh God!
On form today, guys. On form.
What are you doing?
Thank you. That was
That was so confusing.
well, I don't know what it was.
Like, I'm thinking more like a.
All right.
a dick bump.
You know what? It's one. It's like
Sword fighting.
so.
I don't know what happened.
That reminds me of something.
I know what
We didn't actually watch Scott Pilgrim versus the World. Half an hour of me.
why we're not going on with the actual story, what we watched.
Okay.
But I will say,
Who was at the door?
to get onto that, I'm worried that the cinematography being so great overshadowed some of the acting. Not that the acting was bad, but I didn't like some of the acting.
That's a good point. Dan's an actor. What do you think of Michael
Give us your
Cera's
professional
acting?
opinion.
Give us your
Oh,
professional.
God, no, we're not doing that.
Oh,
No,
I was
no.
going to say
I'm
this
not
could be a
twat.
horrible path.
Go on.
Now time for Actors Corner.
Yeah.
That's a good idea.
No.
Go on. Actor's Corner.
No, I'm just saying, I didn't like
Sarah.
Knives.
Michael. Oh.
Yeah.
Didn't like what?
I didn't like
Knives.
Yeah.
Knives. Chow.
For the viewers,
Knives.
Knives is the girl he's interested in.
And she's the one
Knives
that
Chow?
walked through the door.
Knives Chow. She's a
Yeah, I think
17-year-old
it's Knives
Chinese schoolgirl, and this is where Scott's crush is on her.
So yeah,
on
so
her
she
person.
comes in, and then Scott then tells her, "Oh yeah, I've got a band. Do you want to hear us play?" And they play.
Yes, and she
Music.
instantly falls for
She
him.
loves them. She
Yes.
thinks they're the greatest thing she's ever heard.
Yes,
But what did you think of music, boys?
Pretty shit, really.
Yeah, it was pretty boring, wasn't it?
Oh, man.
not a fan.
I'm
Not a fan.
I'll say it later because it's about where we stopped, but it would be interesting to see what would happen after that. 'Cause,
The thing is, like, I like to pride myself in that I like pretty much all music, like all styles. I listen to any sort of music. I like music a lot, but basically, it's one of those things. It's like the Ramones, you know, that kind of punky indie poppy
Yeah,
sort of thing.
a lot worse
But,
than
yeah,
the Ramones.
but the thing is, it's one of those like. It's like there are so many of those modernised
Yeah,
punky indie sort of bands.
It feels
and
like,
it's like
anyone could kind of do
Yeah.
it.
and every song sounds the same.
Yes.
You know?
Yeah.
It's
Like
like
really like heavily like distorted vocals and just like trying to be edgy. It's just
yeah,
like,
it is the archetype of teenagers trying to be badasses. Do you know what I mean? We're badasses.
I think the movie itself just had bad
Asses.
insert.
Yeah, well, I mean, I don't know. I wasn't a fan of it, but
The line
I'm not the one
music.
he's trying to woo, so it
That's
doesn't
very
matter.
true.
He's trying to woo Knives Chow, and it worked.
Yeah, she loved it.
Yeah,
She loved it.
She was all in for it.
So instantly, Scott goes from this pathetic loser without a girlfriend to a guy who's
A pathetic loser with a girlfriend.
Yeah, but a hot girlfriend.
Yeah,
She's a pretty girl.
she is. She is.
She's a really pretty girl.
She is.
So the problem with it in the film is that she's 17,
Yeah.
and everyone's like, "Scott, why are you doing this? You're
He's
22."
22. Yeah.
So he's getting in trouble for that.
Yeah, but I mean, you know, I don't see the big deal. Like,
Whatever.
you know,
We live in a broad-minded society now. 5 years isn't much of a difference as long as they're of consenting age.
you sound just like Michael Cera.
Thinking a bit off. I wasn't trying to do Michael Cera. Definitely not. Obviously,
So-
America, what would that be? Or Canada?
A country.
18, 21?
yeah,
It's
I'm sure
18.
it'll be
18.
Yeah, something like that.
Wait, what? I'm so confused. What?
Consent at age of
No,
18.
maybe 16.
Oh, I thought we were talking about.
Well, it's 16
thought
here,
America's
isn't it?
21
America's
was
18,
like-
is it?
Mm.
16 here.
16 here. I'm assuming it's 18 in America because it's 21 to drink, and
Yeah.
it's 18 to drink here. So I'm assuming like they just bump everything up a little bit.
Yeah, I would have
Does that make
thought
sense?
Canada would be
It might change by state.
a little bit more liberal.
It might do. It could change by state, but we don't know all the state laws.
Mm.
Let's learn them all.
Yes.
Yes.
That sounds like fun.
And
That's
that's
a
been off.
good
But does
idea.
also sound a bit creepy. Like, what are you doing today? I'm finding out the age of consent for every state in the USA.
Any reason? I'm planning a trip around the USA.
There's
On
probably
second thought, let's not
Zing.
do that.
probably some interesting trends in the southern states. Sorry, that's terrible of me to say. I apologise.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's terrible, Dan. Really inappropriate, man. Anyway, thanks for coming down.
Watch it.
Let me go. Just
Okay. So I said, like, one of the things I
Get
did
rid of
find
it.
interesting is, like, his bandmates, they've got Stephen Stills and Young Neil. And for any of you that don't know, viewers, Stephen Stills is a 60s rock act for Crosby, Stills and Nash. And it was Crosby, Stills, Nash and Young, which had Neil Young in it. So they're linking up their kind of, like,
Musical
Yeah.
yeah.
heritage.
It's a shame they don't do the music of Crosby, Stills, Nash and Young. It's a lot better than the shit they play. But anyway,
Can't
you
say
know,
I've ever
we
heard
can't all
it,
be
but
perfect.
I'm sure
But-
it is better.
It is better, definitely. But I find, like, all the characters I find have a persona. They're all quite interesting.
Yes, yeah.
Funnily enough, kind of except for Scott. Scott's a bit watery.
yeah, wishy-washy.
Like, he
I feel like his character has yet to develop.
yeah.
true enough.
Because the idea of the film is that she's got 7 deadly exes. And I think it's 7.
You're
Yeah.
right.
And he has to take them all out, and they're like boss stages.
Mm.
We didn't even see one.
No, we didn't.
So we didn't get to see the character develop. So he might start off this kind of
And he might end
pathetic,
up as
but he might end
a
up...
lion of a man.
Yeah.
I like it. Okay, but, like, yeah, I mean, characters are fleshed out. It's like not one seems to be left by the wayside to forget, which is the case in many a movie, you know? Like, not major characters can just be, like, introduced for the best part of 5 minutes of a film
Yeah.
to allow something to come in for the main character, and then they're gone and done. You know,
Yeah,
and these
yeah.
characters kind of come in, go out, and they have, you know, they have strong personalities.
And it's like, you can tell there's a history as well, because like
Yeah.
the drummer, she obviously went out with Scott at some point.
Kim?
Scott, Kim, yeah.
Yeah.
Kim Kate.
And then Scott
Yeah.
dumped her, and that's why she's like really moody towards him.
And I wonder if any of this is more in depth in the comics.
Oh, it's got
which
to be.
we've
Yeah, it's
not
got to
read.
be.
So
But
maybe
I-
there's a history
yeah.
before it, and we come in kind of halfway through.
Yes.
I'm
know what I
assuming
mean?
so. I'm assuming
Yeah.
like you should probably read a couple of issues before this.
I like that. I like that
Yeah.
you find out that they'd gone out like quite a way in.
Yeah,
It's
like
just a little
good like
snippet,
20
it's
minutes
just like,
into the film.
That's it. That's just a fact.
But you do kind of get the feel that
You
there's
have your
history there anyway. Yeah,
suspicions,
they play it out well.
Yes. Yeah. Definitely.
So we've met Chow. Yeah, nice Chow.
Nice
She's
Chow. Great fucking.
big into the band,
Yeah, watch their rehearsal.
and then there's kind of like it's like a montage scene
It's
with them two, like doing a little dance on an arcade machine,
Yeah.
picking out some music in a
Yeah, it's
record
like
store.
showing how like
it's
they get
them
on really
connecting,
well.
They're
isn't it?
developing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Their relationship is blossoming.
And but then it's all overshadowed by a dream that he has.
Yeah.
Yes.
So he has this dream
He's in a desert
of a roller skating woman, basically.
with pink hair, and
Yeah.
he's in the desert with a lone cactus, with
I'm
nothing
so
around
lonely.
him.
I'm so lonely.
Oh, yeah,
having,
they-
having some sort of nervous breakdown.
Yeah.
Is that what he says?
Yeah, I
That's
think
what he
something
says.
along those lines.
Good script.
And she comes along and says, "You're not alone." Shut
Yeah.
up, sort of thing.
And she
Yeah.
and she rollerblades away, and out of his dream. But then she rollerblades out of his dream and into his life. Whoa! You see that transition? That was good. That was nearly almost like I planned it.
Whoa.
God.
It was like Edgar Wright planned
He
it.
did it.
Oh,
He's
it
got it
was.
written down there.
Yeah, I got it written down. I don't actually. Thanks, Dem. But anyway, so he's with knives. He's with knives, and they're in the public library, and they're going down the stairs, and his eyes light up because what does he see? First, he sees the fetlocks of a fluffed.
What?
What?
Fedlongs on the fluffer.
What? Where was that going?
He sees a load of pink hair, is what I'm trying to say.
Yeah,
and
where was-
he's like, I've seen that before. Maybe in a dream the other day with rollerblades.
She was wearing rollerblades at the time
Yeah,
as well.
exactly. And then, lo and behold, her face was the same as the dream, and her body, and her arms, and her fingers, and her legs,
And
and
her rollerblades.
well, no, actually, they were different because I caught a continuity error. That's what I'm trying to get at. They were pink with a white stripe in the dream, and they were purple with a white stripe
What's wrong
in the
with that?
library. I'm not saying
It
there's
was a
anything wrong with
dream.
it. I'm just saying it's clearly not the same person.
Well, it could be the same person.
She might have more than one pair of rollerblades.
She loves rollerblades. She has more than
Highly
a pair.
unlikely.
Or maybe just Michael Cera was dreaming about rollerblades, didn't know the exact make and model of the rollerblades that this woman had,
The dream
and
could be a bit
therefore
flaky.
couldn't give them to her in his dream.
Guys, I think you'll find that's highly unlikely. You're starting to sound a bit like crazy conspiracy theorist.
Yeah,
Now,
it's starting
the
to.
obvious answer is it's a different woman. But she looks similar, so he thinks
Whatever
she'll do.
you think, same woman or not, same woman,
Yeah.
he instantly falls in love with her.
Yeah, he
And
does.
she's the woman of his life. Like
Yes.
she's,
Yeah.
she's the one to
Woman
marry.
of his dreams.
That's the one. That's what I meant.
Do you lot believe you can fall in love instantly? Like you can just look at someone and be like, I'm gonna marry him.
No.
No.
Her.
Well, yes and no. See, yes, because it happens like 16 times a day. But then...
No, you want to marry them, not fuck them.
Yeah, see, that's what I'm
There's a
getting
difference
at.
between love and
Yeah,
lust.
but that's what I'm getting at, because you can just sit on the tube and
You can fall in lust every minute.
Exactly, that's
But
what
I said love.
But it seems like love. You're just like, oh my god, I want to marry her, she's the one. And then the next one I'll get on, and it's like, oh my god, I want to marry her, and she's the one. And then by the time you get off, you realise...
You've got a train full
You've-
of
you've-
prospective wives.
Yeah.
Don't quite know where I was going with that one.
Joke of the podcast,
Yeah,
maybe. Well done. Damn.
So yeah, no.
Okay, all right. Well, that's fair. But Scott does. He falls in love instantaneously. You see it. But the problem is, he's with knives at the time. Oh, what are you gonna do? Well, what he is.
By
gonna
the way,
do,
Cool Ghostbusters.
can I just quickly say,
Yeah.
you could call Ghostbusters, but he's coming down the stairs with knives. Yeah.
the
Yes.
person, not the object.
Yeah. And then the new girl is stood talking to the librarian, getting some books or something.
She
Oh, I
is.
think she's making a delivery.
she's making a delivery
Yeah.
of some books
Yep.
to a librarian
Yep.
who loves books.
Who'd
Right.
have
So
fun?
then he stares at her,
Yeah, that's
like,
right.
properly stares at her.
Yeah.
She then takes the package or gives the package away, whatever the fuck she does, turns around, leaves. He's still staring,
Yeah.
and Knives, bless her, innocently just goes, "Do you know her?" Not, well, why the fuck are you staring at
Yeah, but
this
she's
woman?
she's quite young, quite immature. She's quite naive.
Well, I think, do you know
Surely
her?
Knives is naive.
it's
Fine
she's
question.
naive, nice Adam. But surely she'd noticed that he's just staring at her.
Nearly. we'll give you half a point.
I think, do you know her is a reasonable question.
But yeah, and then but it does that cool transition where he's still staring, and then his lead singer is shouting at him because he's only played one note in an entire song.
What was that?
But also the
I'm doing
music.
the transition.
The music
Fuck.
was then it was playing normal music. Then if you like heard the bass line slowly turned into just one note over and over
Yeah.
again. Then the main guy popped in and he was like, "You're only playing one note," and then it popped in again. And they're going to a party, weren't they?
Yeah.
Probably
So,
look
like,
I've just been kissing you.
The haziness over his head just stayed for what seemed like a day.
Yeah.
Yes.
Because he was confused about
Good
the
amount of
party.
time.
He didn't realise he was
That's
going to
it.
the
Yeah.
party. But at the party,
So that's what love does to you. It messes with your brain cells.
shit.
Damn.
Scientists told me.
Oh yeah.
Dr. Love.
Oh, that sounds like somebody met on the internet.
Dr. Glove.
Yeah, Doctor. His first name was George.
G-Love.
G-Love. Yeah.
I wish I had a doctor.
We've only met them once. Funnily enough, he doesn't call me back.
So yeah, this is when he goes to the party
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
he meets the woman there.
Yes.
Yeah.
What was her name?
Ramona.
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 Yes.
And he uses his seems to be one
Stalking
like,
power.
Shut
joke.
up line.
Yeah, it's one chat up line joke thing.
It's about Pac-Man, isn't it?
Pac-Man.
Apparently, Pac-Man was originally going to be called Puck-Man,
Yes.
not because he looks like a hockey puck, but something else.
Yes.
Kicking the table.
Sorry.
In like in Japanese, I think puck. I don't know. He
Means
explains
mouth
it.
opening and closing.
There we go.
Okay.
Puck, 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 puck.
So they were going to be called Puck-Man, but
Yeah.
people thought they'd just scribble out a bit of the P and it would be Fuck-Man,
Yeah, which
which would have been hilarious.
It would happen.
Why
you
didn't
know.
you do that?
It would be great. wouldn't
Great.
It? It would be. Oh, sorry.
Arcades
it
full
would be
of
fucking
fuck men.
This
Should
is
we go play
getting this is
Fuckman?
getting so surreal. We've got a train full of wives and an arcade full of fuckmen. You know,
Keep
we need
them
to come up
away
with a
from
third
each other.
analogy. We need to
Oh,
come
we
up with
will.
a third
We'll get
analogy.
there.
We'll get there. Okay.
Yeah, and she's just like, great, now leave me alone.
You know, I mean, like, I know Scott wouldn't hit on me. I'm not his type. But if a
Sound
guy,
quite sad about that.
He's got he's very open. We haven't mentioned his gay roommate, who I think is one of the better characters.
what's his name? Morris
Wallace.
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 You're close.
It was, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love him.
Wallace is good. Wallace has the amazing ability to text all or call about
Scott's
all of Scott's
sister.
yeah, and reveal all information to her within
Instantly.
seconds.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's quite uncanny.
Even
great.
while unconscious.
Yeah, even while unconscious. He was actually my favourite character.
Yeah, he was-
He's got that dry humour.
Yeah.
I like him.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
like him a lot.
I mean, it's a great script, I think, and that helped land some of the jokes even when the acting wasn't on point. But he was great. Yeah.
Yes, agreed. But yeah, if Scott told me that joke, I mean, I would have given him a giggle and maybe shown him a bit of ankle.
All right. Would you
Yeah.
become his fuck man?
If he told another two jokes of the same quality, would be going to fuck arcade, fuck town. Would be
Right, so
fucking-
with you, it's not.
would be fucking.
So just so everyone knows, with you, it's not 3 nights, like 3 dates, then it's fucked out.
three
It's
jokes.
three solid jokes, then it's fucked out.
Does it have to be a quality of joke? Can it be a knock-knock joke?
Oh, it could be whatever you want.
Could be chicken crossing the road sort of thing.
You know, I like a bit of professionalism with my joke.
What
you
about
know,
naughty
I like. Yeah, that go ahead. As long as you. As
So
long
you
as
just
you
come in and say, fuck, shit, bugger. And it's
I was like, in that order. So dinner.
good.
And as soon
I
as he
should
said-
not have taken
and
a drink.
as soon as he says dinner, that's what I fuck next. It's hard to fuck linguine.
I feel like this podcast has been very representative of the movie because it moves at such a fast pace with the transitions.
Linguini.
I can't. You know what I mean?
Once again, we didn't watch Scott Pilgrim.
Oh, Dan, Dan's trying to
Fucking
give an
meat
insightful
spin.
view of this film for the podcast.
It's strange. Nothing happened for the first half hour, really, in the story.
You got to create your own fun.
It goes really quickly because of the transitions, and
Adam, stop kicking the table. The mic's picking it up.
There's not enough space.
yeah. So
There's plenty
You
of
moaned
room.
that you didn't have enough space
I
here.
didn't have enough space there.
doing better now.
Yeah, you look
Sorry,
fine.
I'll
You look good.
I'll sit like
So
Don't worry about it.
Where
Calm down.
were we?
You were talking about
He met
something.
Ramona. He met Ramona.
Met Ramona.
He met Ramona.
She didn't like
Upspoken
him.
party.
She stalked her out of the party,
No.
and then decided he was going to spend his life
Yeah, no, don't worry.
trying to
Trying to stalk her some more.
Yeah.
trying to catch her. Yeah, so he goes around and interrogates everyone. What are you laughing at now, guys?
No, nothing.
I'm sure you
It's
said
fine.
she stalked her out of the party.
She stalked her.
He stalked her
I think,
out
I
of the
think
party.
of, like-
it would have been fine, but I just did a quick Stef, and Steph was like,
The image of her stalking herself out of the party.
Oh, I thought you said he stalked her out of the party.
Thanks, Dan.
yeah.
She probably left because she felt him stalking him.
But Adam, do you want to... Adam,
Okay.
Adam, do you want to go into a bit of a crazy moment about advertising? Because this is where we find out she works for Amazon.
What the fuck was... Right, so it
Yes.
starts off with him wearing a Sharpie t-shirt, right? No one's ever worn a Sharpie t-shirt, ever. Right?
true.
They make pens. They're not a fucking designer. Then...
It's a true story.
What's the next one?
Burger King was in a leaflet or something.
Burger King, a fucking leaflet on the table.
Mhm.
Coke Zero.
He's drinking Coke, but not just Coke. He's drinking Coke Zero.
We've got
it's
Sly
okay.
in the room.
And then fucking Ramona works for Amazon.
Everyone stop! Chaos! Chaos in the podcast room! There's a fly! Oh god, what's he gonna do next?
You're fucking watching.
I love the way viewers can't see it either. There is just like the tiniest moth, and we're fixated on it. So Coke
Right,
Zero.
carry on with the Ramona works at Amazon.
Works for fucking Amazon.
Which
But
is a major plot point of the fucking film.
But there's no way. I don't know. I've not read the
It
comic
could have been
books.
Deliveroo. It
But
could have been
there's-
anything.
The
Any
comic
delivery.
books were started in 2006. Okay, I'm pretty sure Amazon wasn't like big news back then.
It was
like,
probably still
delivering
when it was
everything.
doing books or when it was starting
Yeah.
to...
So there's no way
Weekend,
that
yeah.
she was working for Amazon in the comic books. So they've just added that in. I'm sure.
Well, the thing is,
It
like,
just
it's,
fucking
it's,
pissed me
it's
off
one
when
of
they
those
do such
things.
blatant advertising.
Yeah, it's one of those things. Like, if it wasn't, because it's subtle. Like most people, it goes over their heads. Do you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
but it is that subtle advertising which gets to people. They remember Coke Zero, like subconsciously. But the thing is, if you didn't have that in the film, if you didn't agree to those deals, it would be, hey, what are you drinking? Oh, I'm just having cola.
generic fizzy drink.
Yeah, yeah. Generic pretty drizzy. Fuck.
What are you drinking?
The thing is, you wouldn't say what you're drinking if you're not going to go, I'm drinking this nice old Coke.
Yeah.
You're
I'm just
you're gonna ask,
enjoying
are you?
this lovely bottle of Coca-Cola. 3, 2, 1. Change scene.
Back
Into
in
the room.
Back in the room.
I'm thinking now we're talking about it. Maybe there's a sort of commentary going on there.
Yeah,
Perhaps.
Adam, would you pass the
'Cause if-
polos?
If they
Thanks,
do
Tom.
it, we actually did.
Man. Don't know about you guys, but my breath stinks, and,
Yeah,
and nothing,
yeah, it does,
nothing
yeah.
sorts out bad breath like an Olo. Anyway, carry on. Dan.
Maybe like they do it so much in the later part of the movie. Maybe it's a social commentary. It's sort of like how
Oh, for fuck's
how
sake.
advertising goes. Oh, for Polo.
Yeah, no, I know what you mean, Dan. Yeah.
That's a
Or
nice
maybe
mint.
it's just
A way to fund the movie.
shameless advertising. Yeah.
Yeah, but it is shameless.
But the thing is, I wouldn't say it's like the worst
It's not on
2019.
Transformers level.
It's not Transformers level. So
It's not. No, but the thing is, it's not like the work. But it's just so fucking.
It was very in your face.
it was quite out of place.
It was out of place, and also it's so fucking frequent. We watched half an hour of the movie, and there was what four or five bits of product placement.
Amazon mentioned like 2 or 3 times.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Anyway, he knows that she's an Amazon delivery driver or deliverer, whatever. So he then orders a book, sits in front of the door waiting for it to be delivered.
He's a bit much, isn't he?
So
I wouldn't go out with him.
his
actually.
plan
Change my
is
mind.
his plan is she'll deliver it, which she does, and he basically asks her out, and he keeps asking her out until she says, you know, if I sign this, can I leave? And I'll
Basically,
come out.
he has my way of dealing with women.
Persistence.
Whittle them down until they don't have the willpower to say no anymore.
No, you see.
And then eventually they'll go out
It's
with
like a
you.
Weinstein theory, isn't it?
Oh,
Is that too soon?
no.
You see, you definitely overshadowed my earlier work.
It's not too soon. If anything, it's been too long.
That's what she said.
Disgusting.
Right. Fucking hell. We keep...
So they go on their date.
Yes, they got a little
They,
date.
They have quite a nice
They
time.
do have quite a nice time. Get back to her house.
Swings at night time. That was cute.
Yeah.
I think swings at night time.
We did forget to mention there was quickly a little thing of 7 evil boyfriends and all this kind of stuff.
Yeah.
And he was reading it, and he just dismissed it as boring. He was just
Oh,
like,
to the death.
boring, yeah, deleted it. So like someone, I don't know how, someone emailed or someone texted or whatever.
There's a warning.
There's a warning of what's to come, but he just
Yes.
ignores it, thinking it's a load of rubbish.
Bad move, Scott.
Yeah.
Bad move.
I think I did like the date, and it's where I saw like the script and the character of Scott becoming a bit better, because I get what they were trying to do, and I think again it was Michael Cera just fucking it up, because there were points where you go, it's nice that you're being persistent. That's a good quality to be persistent, but he was making it almost creepy, and I was wondering, oh, is he going to do something to really offend her? And some of the jokes were quirky and cute, but again,
Yeah.
I just want to say I don't like him, I suppose.
It's all right, Dan. Don't
Well, it
be
doesn't
Say
matter
it now,
really because
Dan.
she
You don't
liked him enough
She
to get into
did.
bed with him.
She did.
Yeah.
But she didn't go all the way.
No.
No, she decided
did.
halfway through, no.
But I think he was cool with that. He was like, oh, well, it's nice just to
wanted
lie
company.
here. Yeah. And
So this whole time, he's forgot about knives.
yeah.
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 So that's the dick move.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then it's like the dawning
It
realization.
does kind of like broach the subject a bit, where he's having that dance game thing with her, and he's just like not interested at all.
This is with knives now, by the
with
way.
knives,
Yeah.
yes. And she's still loving it. He's not interested at all, and she's like, "Shall we continue?" Because the game's counting
9,
down,
8, 7.
and he's like,
6,
"I think
5,
we should."
4,
and then it cuts the
3.
scene, so you don't
Oh,
actually
it's
know
only 3.
whether or not.
It was a lovely analogy, really well done.
Yeah,
it
it
was
was,
done
but then he didn't, because then she's like straight the next scene, she's back in.
Yeah, the reveal of it as well was really clever and funny.
Once
But
again,
then
wonderful transitions, cinematography,
Great, yeah.
brilliant.
Awesome,
you
awesome.
Another really big highlighted moment.
Yeah.
And then it's pretty much going straight to the beginning of the Battle of the Bands, isn't it?
Yeah.
They've
So
they've been
the
into
lead
competition.
singer, guitarist of
Yes.
the band managed to land an audition in Battle of the Bands
Yes.
for, was it, I can't
Space.
remember where it was.
A bomb.
Yes, her name's Space Bob.
Oh,
Bob
is it
Bombs.
Sex.
Oh, Sex Bob.
Sex
Bomb.
bomb.
Sorry.
Sexy Bob Bombs?
Se-
Or just Sex Bob Bombs?
Sexy bomb.
Either way, it was
Oh.
a crap name.
Please say that more often. Sexy bombs.
Oh, that would be a very different song, wouldn't it, for Tom Jones? Sex bomb. Sex bomb.
If he had a
Sorry, it just popped in. I'm sorry. I'll leave.
Good.
I can't.
Yeah, so he invites both Knives and Ramona to the Battle of the Bands gig.
Yeah.
How fucking dumb can you be?
The thing is, he doesn't. Knives is already invited
Because
because
she's a super fan.
she's a super fan.
But she's their one and only fan.
Yeah, and like
no.
But they all invited her. Like, it wasn't just up to Scott. Like, they were
Yeah,
like, oh, Knives
but-
is coming.
but then-
She's your girl. You'll be happy with that anyway.
But then
sort of
he
thing.
invited Ramona, knowing that Knives already going.
Yeah.
What the fuck's wrong with him?
Yeah. And this is where it becomes very apparent where it feels like Wayne's World. Because it reminded me of Garth. So basically,
yeah.
he's faced with Knives and Ramona, and everyone, like pretty much everyone there, other
Knows
than
what's
Knives
happening.
and Ramona, are kind of
Well,
like.
Ramona knows what's going on.
Yeah, but Knives
Yeah.
obviously,
Innocent.
quite naive and innocent. She's kind of
Yeah.
just oblivious. She's like, oh, it's that girl with the pink hair that he's friends with, blah, 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 blah. But everyone's like, what's going to happen? What's going to happen? He kind of just goes, I need to go, and runs away. But it reminded me of that scene in Wayne's World where Garth's like perving over the woman over the bar, and then the camera goes in front of him and he goes, what's that? And then the camera turns around, and as it comes back, you just see Garth going,
Yeah. It was like a really awkward ride.
Yeah, it's just like,
wasn't it? Yeah.
I love the little looks they all give each other when they realise something. Oh God, they're in the same room, and everyone's looking like Scott's looking away, Ramona's looking at Knives looking at Ramona, and then Wallace looks at the guy he's crushing on. And
Oh, yeah.
the guy in the glasses who's a friend of the sister, I think.
No, it's the boyfriend. of
Yeah,
the sister.
yeah.
Oh, he just goes, and then the boyfriend goes, "Oh fuck!"
yeah.
That was just such a great joke. I love that.
So, like, then it quickly starts to transition into the actual Battle of the Bands.
Music.
We have the first band that comes on. Once again, let's be
shit.
honest,
Wasn't
sounds
much.
just like Sex Bomb.
Yeah,
It's the same
same
shit.
distorted guitar,
Yeah.
distorted bass.
Teenage angst,
And
rap,
then-
like.
They were doing more of a
The
joke
songs-
about it.
Oh no!
Yeah,
I mean,
it was. The thing is,
it
this
yeah.
band felt like they were taking the piss out of other bands that do it.
Yeah,
because the
it was
songs were called
parodying
like
itself.
"I'm depressed" or something like that, and then it was like, "This is why we hate you" or "We hate you" or something like that.
Yeah.
Like, it was very like it felt like they were taking piss because the guy was
Yeah.
like, "I'm so depressed. I'm terribly depressed."
It was.
Like,
It was funny. The with what's his name, Morris.
Wallace.
Wallace. It's
Like
funny
the
when
Wallace.
like they introduce themselves. Like, oh, thanks for introducing us, guys. Is the girl at the back a guy too? And there's the little girl drummer, and she's just like, I thought that was good. I like that.
Yeah. So then the Sex Bombs play,
Yeah,
and it's
it's
a very
Shit.
boring
same
song.
shit. But the reason they play Michael Cera or Scott insists they have to play now and loud is because Knives and Ramona have started talking, and that's a big
Bad
no-no
news.
in his book. You know, he can't have them talking.
Yeah.
So
He's just got to man up and just decide which one he wants to be with and make the call.
Well,
And
it's
just-
obvious which one he wants to be because he's instantly
Knives.
falling in love with
Oh.
Ramona.
Ramona, yeah. So like he's got to just say, "Nice, look, love you to bits. You're great, you know.
But I
We have
don't
a-
love you.
we have a good laugh." And she'd be like, "What are you trying to say, Scott?" And he'd start getting anxious, and he would say, "What I'm trying to say is," and she'd say, "Say it, Scott. I want to marry you." And then he'd be like, "Oh, bother! I've put my foot in dog shit." And it's bad.
Nice work. So that was where our 30 minutes came up to.
yeah,
Yeah.
I'm really,
But-
can I ask a question?
No.
Go
yes.
for it.
After they finished the song, did the crowd like it?
Well, we don't know.
I don't know. We didn't get that far.
couldn't.
We literally had to stop.
We
whilst they're
didn't
playing
want
songs.
to
Well,
listen
no,
to it.
someone's seen it though, right?
Yeah, but we
I
don't
don't
remember it.
Oh.
We don't want to listen.
You're
to
gonna have
it.
to carry on watching it, Dan. But the thing is, judging by the
Viewers-
game, I
viewers
think
let
there
us
was a
know.
big scene to happen after this
Yeah.
that we missed out on, which is an absolute
Real
shame.
shame.
Real shame.
Is it one of the first ex-boyfriends?
I think
Probably.
so. Yeah.
Yeah,
Right.
that would make sense.
So that was our 30 minutes.
It was.
Judging by that, would you carry on watching it?
It's actually a tough one to call.
I'm in two minds. I really like the way it's done. Not too fussed about the story.
Yeah.
That's how it leads it for me. Like I'd watch it to see the little comedy moments like the Garth bit or the cool transitions. Not really too fussed about what the fuck happens to Scott Pilgrim.
Mm.
Yeah. Fair enough.
Mm.
I'll watch it, but like last time, I might give up.
Valid point.
I don't know. I'll see how I feel on the day.
Yeah, I think I probably would carry on watching it because I know that it's going to be like more exciting from here on.
There's a pull.
Yeah, I guess we had to stop at the moment where literally it's just starting
It's
to get
just
into
getting
its
started,
stride,
and just for
you
like
know?
just for the style, because like when you're watching it, like I just kept picking up on these little things. I was like, yeah, I like that, really like that.
Yeah.
That was really well done.
It's
I
the
like that.
subtleties of
Even
the
when,
film
like-
which make it good. you know?
Yeah, even when it's not like the most exciting film yet in the first half hour, I was still entertained enough
Oh yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
by all the little bits by like Edgar Wright was putting in.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd be in. Like the bit when he's like, when he's telling Ramona to come to the gig, and he goes, "Oh yeah, come to our gig. It's in the," and then as he goes to say Rocket, the camera goes off him and onto the building that says Rocket.
Rocket. Yeah.
It's just like, I like that. That was
It's clever. isn't
really
it?
well done.
Subtle, clever, easy.
So like, yeah, I'd carry on watching it just for that.
Yeah, I get that.
Yeah.
I think I'm siding with you now, Stef.
I'm
I
not-
agree.
yeah.
Same point.
Yeah, but I think it's the same thing. I'm just not that invested in the characters.
No, I can
I
understand
like
that.
I like Kate. That's
Kim,
Kate or Kim, whichever one.
The drummer.
The drummer.
the drama.
And then and Wallace, and I'd watch it for them too, for nothing else.
Fair enough.
Also, Knives.
Yeah, I like.
Before we move
I like
on-
knives.
What is that name?
Knives.
What a name!
It's a kitchen utensil
Thank you for that, Tom.
or a hunting accessory.
Or accessories, because it's plural.
Knives is a
Very
stupid
true.
name.
God, that was fucking clever, wasn't it? That went over my head.
It clearly did. Right, so we played the PS3 game, Scott Pilgrim vs. the World.
Yes.
That I'd never heard of before.
So this game,
I had no idea what it was.
when did it release?
Wait, you've heard of the film though?
But I didn't know what the
It
game was
released
like, actually.
25th. Well, it depends where you were. 25th of August 2010 or the 10th of August 2010.
Yes. Oh no,
Yeah.
but they're for different platforms. So the 10th of August is the PlayStation Network
true.
release.
So it
and
only...
the Xbox release is
That
or
before
25th.
the movie then.
Yeah, so the PSN release was 3 days before the film in North America.
Yeah, so the game only released on the PSN and the Xbox Live Arcade, was it?
Yeah,
Xbox-
yeah.
Xbox-
Just as downloadable
The Xbox
content.
downloadable.
It never had a physical
So,
release,
Yeah,
did it?
never had a
No.
physical release.
No.
Only digital. But now
Yes.
it was on PlayStation Plus at one point, which is how I've got it.
Yes.
But now the game has basically gone due to licensing issues.
Yeah.
You can't buy this game anymore unless you can find a downloadable code for it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
online.
That's the only
Which
way.
I imagine are
I'm
worth
guessing
their
they're
weight
all
in
gone now.
gold.
Yeah,
at the moment,
like,
you know,
I
for
can
the
imagine they'll
few
be-
that are left.
They're either all gone
hmm
or they're worth hundreds
Yes, exactly.
because they're the
Limited
last
editions.
ones.
Yeah, exactly.
So like really short lifespan, really, because it was the end of 2014 where the licensing's gone.
Yeah.
So it's just what 4 years of
Just about,
just
yeah,
about
just
4 years
about.
of life.
The thing is, so I was quite lucky to get this on, like, and a lot of people were to get it on PlayStation Plus because I didn't even know this was a game.
Mm.
Like,
Mm.
I didn't know this was a thing. I only like saw it there, so I was like, oh, it's my monthly collection. I'll just download them.
Yeah.
So yeah, I was lucky that I still had this to even do for cash
Mm.
grab.
Yeah. No,
Yeah.
exactly. But it was developed by Ubisoft Montreal, so nice. Canada fits in nicely with the Toronto
Did we
setting.
say the film was set in Canada?
It's set in Canada,
The film
Toronto,
was set in
Yeah.
Canada.
and it's published by Ubisoft, as you'd expect.
Yeah.
If it's developed by Ubisoft in-house, they're most likely going to publish it too. So
Yeah,
it's a
weird
Ubisoft.
fitting.
It's a Ubisoft baby, basically. It's a side-scrolling beat 'em up, much in the style of like Final Fight
Street Fighters.
or
Yeah, Streets of Rage.
Streets of Rage,
Is that what you're thinking of?
or
Dan?
Turtles in
thinking of.
Time,
Mhm.
or the Power Rangers one. Lots of them.
Actually, it's funny you say Turtles in Time. Didn't one of the new Turtles game get taken down for licensing issues as well?
Did it?
Yeah,
Really?
yeah, I'm sure it did.
Was that developed by Ubisoft as
I
well?
don't know.
I bet you it was.
Ooh.
They're a bunch of killers, Ubisoft.
Well, it's not they're not getting rid of it.
Yeah, they want it.
It's their game.
They want it up there. They want to sell them.
Who's killing?
The
Who's the killer?
licenses issue. I don't know.
Find out next time.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's a mystery
I think we should
episode.
leave this on a cliffhanger and find the killer.
Of Scott Pilgrim vs. the World on.
Scott's
Download.
killer.
And
We should
Teenage
find
Mutant
Scott's
Ninja Turtles.
And
Probably Shredder.
who would kill a turtle? Would
Shredder.
you kill a
A
turtle?
horrible person.
Would you kill it if you had to eat it? The good
Yeah.
thing about
Oh, Turtles.
killing a
I had to eat
turtle,
it.
right?
They're a bowl already.
It's so good, isn't it? It's so good, isn't it? You literally just have them on like a griddle, shell down.
We're not talking about
Yeah,
cooking
why
turtles.
Why are we cooking turtles?
Stop it,
What's a
you
turtle done for
horrible
you?
person.
Turtle soup.
I need to survive.
Fuck you.
I'm in the wilderness right now,
No,
and I'm not brave enough
no,
to fish.
no.
I'm scared.
So I'm going
I've
up
got-
to the
I've
really
got-
slow ones. on
I've got
land.
hydrophobia, so I can't go in the
I
water.
hope a snapping turtle bites your.
No, because I wouldn't go in the
Fucking
water. I wouldn't go in the water. I wouldn't go in the water. I wouldn't dare go in the water. It's more likely that a warthog or a boar would, like, gore my nuts.
A ball will gore you.
A boar will gore my nuts.
Anyway, you're not on an island. We're playing Scott Pilgrim versus the World on PS3.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's a side-scrolling beat 'em up, like pixel art.
It looks nice.
it's
It
beautiful.
does look really good. To be
Looks
fair.
really
Like,
good.
Really nice.
You've got 4 characters to start with.
Mhm.
You've got Scott.
Yep.
You've got Ramona.
Kim
Kim.
Yeah,
and
who's the other
Stills.
one?
Stephen Stills.
Oh yeah, Stills. Yeah,
I think you can unlock more. You can definitely buy more DLC.
I'd imagine so. Yeah.
Yeah, they did do a DLC.
Yeah, 2 more characters. I can't
Yeah.
remember who. So yeah, you start off, low level.
Yes.
You have a little overworld, which kind of looks like Mario
It's
3.
Yeah,
It's,
I wanna say.
is that just Mario World for SNES?
Yes.
Yeah, Mario World for
That's what I
SNES.
want to say. Yeah.
It's so much like it.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
It's even got a little green warp pipe in the bottom.
Yeah, it's
And it's got like the game's got loads of references to other video games in it.
yeah, yeah.
It's
Of
got
course.
sounds from other video games. It's got like this is probably one of the licensing issues.
Probably, yeah,
It's got like
yeah.
a Pac-Man ghost in the background and all this kind of stuff.
Yep, exactly.
Should quickly say the game is more based on the comic book than it is the film.
Yes.
But we're going with it.
Yes, definitely.
Well, but it is Scott Pilgrim versus.
Yeah, and it came
versus
out about the
World,
same time as the
game.
film.
Yeah, released the same
Yeah.
year, the same month as the film.
Yeah.
I mean, we didn't get far in the game, but we got to the scene where they're in the Battle of the Bands.
Battle of the Bands.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You realise what it was straight away.
Yeah, exactly. But no, like you're saying, it's beautiful looking, and the thing is, like, the craze with like indie games now is like the whole kind of like pixelated retro thing has been kind of done to death. Like it's done to death fucking years ago, to be honest. But like, it's one of those things, like, because it is a comic book and a film that have been so deeply influenced and referenced so many video games, having it in that kind of pixelated retro sort of way, taking a lot of influence very clearly from a lot of old school games, just embodies its charm. It's a charming game.
Yeah, yeah.
It's charming to look at. It's fluid. Its animations are really good. And it's got that lovely art style which works so well with it. As
Yeah.
a comic book, as a film, it all syncs up. It's
Yeah.
nice. It's awesome. Sound design's great as well.
Yep.
All the kind of old, kind of retro, kind of like punching sounds, everything's solid, it's awesome.
I love some of the character animations for
Yeah.
some of the
Yeah,
attacks.
they're good.
Really, really nice.
Yes.
So we played it as a multiplayer.
Yeah, we
So-
played for 3 people.
Yeah, which I think is the best way to play it. This game, I imagine, is probably its charm is in playing it with friends. and
Yeah,
being
100%.
multiplayer. Playing it on your own is probably not quite as fun.
No.
No. But to be fair, it's 4-player, like on one screen.
Yeah,
So I think that's how it's meant to be played.
Well,
really.
the thing is, it would make sense with, like, Scott Pilgrim. Do you know what I mean? Because he's never
'Cause it is a little gang.
separated from
Yeah,
people.
true.
Yeah, he's always got his group around him. So I suppose it makes sense for it to be played, like, played as 4 people within game. But at the same time, if you're with 4 people playing it, or 3 other people playing it, you're very much like Scott Pilgrim in real life. You're
gang.
with your gang.
Yeah, I thought it 100% Adam. It is pretty boring.
It's a
when you're
co-op.
growing up.
It's a
It's
co-op
co-op
game.
experience.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's like if anyone's played Castle Crashers, it's like that,
Yes.
which is the same kind of thing. I think. Like,
Yeah. Oh, definitely.
You,
Definitely.
you need to play with a friend.
Yes.
Yeah.
Definitely. So the gameplay is really smooth. Much like the thing is, it's like an old school beat 'em up, and the thing
Yeah.
is, like that formula, it's been done so much. It's hard to fuck it up. Let's be honest. Like,
I bet people still will.
no, it's of course, definitely they will. But it's one of those things. There's a lot to draw from to make sure you get it right.
Yes. There's a lot of like.
Previous learning, basically.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you literally need to play a few games and you'll be like, oh, this is how it should play.
Exactly. But the thing is like, although it's very smooth and for the best part, everything seemed to work like just fine and controls are cool, blah, 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 gameplay works well. I agreed with Dan. Dan was saying at some point like he found the hitboxes a bit strange.
Yeah.
Very
And as I played it,
narrow.
I thought so too. I thought, and that's not too uncommon with beat 'em ups. Like, just kind of like drawing yourself in the same place with an enemy. But at the same time with this, I felt like a lot of the time you're very much level pegging, and just things don't seem to connect.
Yeah.
It's a rarity. It doesn't happen a lot, but
Yeah, I know what you
I
mean.
noticed it.
And I also felt like the effect was amplified on you rather than on the computers, on the CPU.
Yeah.
So like
Yeah.
it was easier for them to hit you, but you had to be completely in line to
Yeah.
cause any damage.
Definitely.
Yeah, like a lot of you'll probably see in the gameplay like a lot of the time with. The thing is,
Trying to line up, jump around.
you say this and like it is true, but at the same time, it gets so manic on screen, you're not even sure what you're doing.
Oh yeah,
This is another
If
thing.
you're not good
Yeah.
at keeping track of your character with so many enemies,
Especially
Yes.
with Kim and Ramona, I was looking at your character for
All the
so
time.
much of the.
Yeah, I'm glad I picked Scott because I could
Controller's
easily tell
broken.
which one I was.
Yeah.
And it's like it's just
pink
things
hair
like
and red hair.
Yeah.
like you're playing and then you'll go onto a new area. There's the screen's scrolling and stops. You're about to be attacked, and then they just swarm you from both sides.
Yeah.
But they're straight in out of the gates, and we played on the easiest difficulty.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
a good
it's
point. We were on
quite
average
challenging.
And like
Yeah.
they're straight out of the gates, like with a flying kick, and you have
Hell
no
yeah.
like unless you just hold block as soon as the screen stops, which you probably should. But these aren't things you think about.
I
but
suppose it's one of those things like even though it is an old school beat 'em up, and you think it could be just like the button masher, like kind of like the original Final Fight. It didn't have blocking mechanics, so literally you could complete the game if you've got a really fast right index finger. That's it. You can complete the game.
yeah.
But like, I guess it's one of those things like, if you played it consistently with the same group of people, you probably might start learning that there are certain mechanics which work well. Because I was playing as Ramona at one point, and as I got a level up, the one thing that I got from the level up was a parry. So if you blocked at the right moment as a strike came in, you put the block back and stunned them. And I thought, that's actually quite an interesting dynamic because it does change the flow of combat, and it means that you could actually start getting used to being defensive rather than offensive.
You also had that great spinning move that took you all around.
R1
Yeah,
was
but
it?
that
Yeah.
but that takes your health away. So that's quite nice because it's one of those. Remember, like an old arcade games,
Yeah.
like you always had that super bomb
Mhm.
that would like
Yeah.
destroy all the enemies on screen.
Yeah.
Like you only had a few of them, and like
Yeah.
they're not really used anymore. So we forget that they're there. Do you know what I
Yeah,
mean?
yeah, exactly.
But, like,
yeah.
Now,
think
like, so
L1.
you use that, you get surrounded, you smack. I think it was R1, wasn't it?
R1 for the attack and L1 for like a boost
A
of some
weird little
sort.
boost.
HP.
And then
or
like you
something.
press that, and it spins, and then kicks them all away, and you kind of free yourself up to breathe to then work out what you're going to do next.
Yeah.
But like the leveling up system was quite cool because you played level 1, which we played twice by accident. I'm sure I selected the second level. So Scott, because I played it previously when I first downloaded it.
Yeah.
Scott was already like level 4, I think it was. The others were level 1.
He was at level
Yeah.
5 when we started.
I might be level 5.
Yeah.
So
like a
once you
Pokemon.
upgrade, like you can replay the first level and just keep leveling up, earning new skills, more health, more whatever.
Yeah.
And that's again, it's like Castle Crashers because
Yes.
like you can level your character
it
up.
gives you.
and then-
yeah.
You could just play it, and if you go online, I'm guessing you take your character on,
Yes.
and they keep their levels and skills and whatnot.
It's-
So you just get better and better and better.
It's got that kind of nice grinding mentality, but in a
Yeah.
good way. You want to get higher levels, you want to get more cash, you want to get better loot. That's an addictive thing.
Like
That's
Borderlands.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Like that's more of a thing now in like pretty much every game you play than it ever has been. Like the need to come back, the need for more loot, the need for more stuff, the need for more levels, the need for more money. It's a drawing feature.
And because of the style of gameplay it is, that you know what you're getting into. You know you're getting into the next level when you've got a load of enemies to kill, and then you go on to the next one. You don't really mind going back and playing the first level because the second level is basically the same thing. Maybe different setting, different enemies, but
It
it's
might
the
be
same thing.
completely different from
It may be. Yeah.
Yeah.
But I'm assuming not just from the style of game it is.
Mm.
But so you don't really mind going back and playing the first level again.
Very true.
Like, did any of you
No.
find it?
No, I
annoying
didn't
that you
mind playing it
played?
again.
No,
No,
it's
it's
just as
fine.
fun the second time. Bear in mind, you played it in
And we
quick
found
succession.
like more stuff as well. There was like a secret door. and
Yeah,
all
there's
that
loads
sort
of secrets as well, which is cool. But like
Yeah.
the thing I did like, so you kill an enemy, you get coins.
Yes.
You collect the coins up, and then it seems like all the shops you can go in.
Yeah, it's really
and then
cool.
you go in
yeah.
there and you can either buy, like, you go in a coffee shop, you could get health items. You could go into another
Yes.
shop and you can get. Did you just. You killed him. For anyone listening to audio, Adam just grabbed the fly out of midair out of nowhere
it was on his fingers like Miyagi.
Yeah. He just Mr. Miyagi that fly.
And then smashed him into the table.
That
Oh, yeah,
that
I
was
do feel a bit
great.
bad
Yeah, it
now.
was.
I feel bad.
You had that moment where you could have been incredibly graceful, like a chiseled samurai. You could have just been like, and everyone would have just been like, that was the most menacing and beautiful thing I've ever seen. But instead, you're just like, kill, die, you
Celebration.
bastard.
It's like if someone had caught a baby. It's like, I caught it, and then the quarterback, like, yeah!
I just love the way
Punt it on the floor.
in the audio, right? You've got
You saved it, and then
me talking, right, and then you've got me asking the question of, did you just? And then it all goes silent. All the microphones go silent, and then it's just a burst of screaming.
Fucking hell. That's good.
I can't wait to see that in the video. That's gonna be great.
That's fucking good.
Right, where was? All right, so you could go in the shop and you could buy items.
Yeah.
Right, so like
level
you
up
could
items.
play the level, and then say like we're all level 7, but Ramona's level 2.
Yeah.
You could be like, right, we'll give all your money to Ramona. She could go buy the most expensive stuff, level her up.
Yeah.
So you can get her, like, you could quickly boost her back up to the rest of you.
Yeah.
And then, or you can just be like, oh no, we need health, we need this, we need whatever.
Everything to
Yeah,
do.
exactly. The thing is, it's
Good
got one of those
mechanic.
things where it's a great mechanic because it means that you can adapt fluently while you're playing the level. It doesn't force you to go back into the overworld to adjust yourself or upgrade yourself. And that's good. So it means
But-
everything's on the fly. You collect money on the fly, you can spend money on the fly, you can upgrade on the fly.
And everything's a team effort.
And
Even when
kill
One thing I will say though is like it's not really clear
Yeah.
why you're killing anyone that you're killing.
no, there's
No,
no story. But
Or,
But we didn't. Carry on.
well, obviously people are coming up to you and attacking
There's
you.
no
but,
story.
but like,
line
let's
at all.
take Jack Black for example. There's a fat dude who looks a bit like Jack Black.
Yeah,
Right?
he does. He
who
does.
takes forever to get to you?
The
There's a
thing is,
moment.
he's such a poor enemy. Like everyone just piles at him and kills him.
Oh, he was
He never
useless.
really gets a hit in. I'm not sure if he's actually an enemy or you're just beating the shit out of some
I question that.
Strolling along.
because he does just look like he's strolling
Yeah.
along.
And he
So-
took forever to show up. We were sitting on a screen waiting we couldn't leave. And we're just like, what's going on? What's going on? Is a boss going to come? And then he just strolled on after about a minute. And it's like, where were you?
Kick his ass in like
kick
10
his ass,
seconds,
yeah.
if that.
So I don't get. It's not made clear why you're beating the shit
Well,
out of so many people.
You brought up the question. You said, who's the real bad guy in this?
Yeah, are we?
Yeah,
the
because
bad
we like
guys?
take down an army of people.
The Indiana Jones guy with a cap.
He's a dickhead.
He's a prick.
Yeah.
One of the strongest enemies there. But I'm just like,
I hate to say, guys, I didn't really get attached to many of the
The enemies.
enemies in this
No.
sort of way.
Neither did I, to be
I
fair.
just thought like generic people
Yeah,
to beat up.
I think
you know,
that's-
not vicious,
Yeah.
vicious attack.
I think that might
Good
be.
thing me and you are here, Dan.
Yeah.
Yeah,
a nice
the only
balance.
ones analysing the actual game.
Yeah,
Something I do like about the game though is like it doesn't tell you, oh, you can go into shops.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you
it's
figure
just-
out.
it's
You have to
open.
work that out.
yeah.
And it's
So you're
much-
collecting money up. You're like, well, why am I collecting money? Then you just wander into it, like, oh fuck, I can go.
At that point,
go
you had
to
like
the shop.
$100. You're like, I'm rich.
Yeah, yeah.
I can buy all the lattes.
much needed variation in what could just be a simple.
Yeah,
because
because be like,
Yeah.
you could go in here. Like it gives you that little bit more. Like, well, what else is there?
Yeah, yeah.
What else is there to find?
I had a funny story, by the way, about you're talking about in games like older games where they had like the bomb thing, like on screen kills everything. Sort of thing.
Yeah.
Do you remember Golden Axe?
Loved it.
All right. So I had Golden Axe for the Amiga 500 back in the day, and I played it when I was a little kid, so I was like 3-4 years old or something. And we had a lot of pirated copies on floppy disks.
Oh.
Yeah, so we had nothing legally. So we had this copy of Golden Axe, and everything worked fine except for one thing. If you did the bomb move with the woman character, shit went fucking crazy. And I remember when I first did it as a kid, it's like burnt into my mind like a fucking brand. But I was like, oh, I've got the fucking super move. It's like, and all it did in Golden Axe was it kind of did this red flash and it just went, and then everyone died. But with the woman, it just went, and she just went, and she just like flew off the screen. I remember I was a kid, I was like, yeah, super move. Oh! Fucking traumatized me. And the game was like, fucking goblins everywhere and shit.
Forcing you to play on hard mode.
Yeah, no super move
Yeah,
when you play as a woman.
That's what you get for piracy.
Was that a sexist comment?
No, it's your
Chill
game.
out, Harvey.
It's alright. Steph didn't fuck her.
What?
But neither did he, apparently, in his defence.
Yeah, sure.
We may get a...
Well, of course he's going to say that in his defence, isn't he?
It's like Bill Clinton.
Anyway, we're not
I
getting into
never
this.
fucked that woman.
Have sexual relations with a woman.
That's the one.
This isn't...
Always get that mixed up.
Again, this isn't for our podcast.
Oh, yeah, sorry. Golden Axe, great game. Play it if you haven't played it,
Yeah,
viewers
I
and
played Golden
listeners.
Axe 2 on the Mega Drive a hell of a lot.
It was... Golden Axe 2 was so...
Love
That had the dual mode in it.
Yeah.
And you could fight, and it was so bad.
Great.
Because it's literally just like... Oh! 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 Oh!
Whoever got the first hit in won.
Yes, great. It was so
Yeah,
bad.
they were great fun games.
Oh, fucking awesome.
The biggest enemy in the game was the bus and the,
The
cars.
bus, the car.
Yes.
They don't give you
Yeah.
enough time to know it's coming.
And
No.
they stay on screen, and behind the bus you can get beaten the shit out of by all the
Yeah.
enemies.
This is one thing.
That was
like,
cheap.
For viewers, like, we are talking about this one level. The levels are fucking long, and I would
Yeah.
argue
They are.
too long, to be
The
honest.
Yeah,
first one
yeah.
took like what, 20 minutes?
The first one took,
Something
I
like
think
that,
it was
yeah.
17 minutes.
Yeah.
I think it was something like that.
And this is between 3 players. So if you're playing that alone, potentially, I know they would upscale the enemies for more
Yeah.
people, but it would be to a certain degree. So playing it one player would take longer. It just would. So but you could be looking at like 25 minutes to finish just the level, just to get to the boss fight. And the boss fights themselves aren't short ditties. You know,
No,
they
no.
could go on if they wanted to.
That went on for a
I
while.
Didn't, I didn't mind the boss fight. I found that was
The
a
boss
bit
fight
varied.
was like pretty cool.
Yeah.
And it was quite entertaining. But I mean, I think by that point we'd played basically 20 minutes of, you know, the same level. The environments are cool. It changes up a little bit, but not a huge amount. But basically just like beating on random people for 20
In the
minutes.
street.
I think by the time we got to the boss battle, we were just so happy to be in something different that we were like, yeah, this is good. Do you know
Yeah, I
what
feel
mean?
like the levels should be smaller, done quicker, and you can
Yeah.
have more environments, make it more interesting.
Yeah, Kiss. Keep it simple, stupid.
Very good.
Yeah,
Yeah.
very good.
Yeah.
Well, the thing is, it was simple, it was just long.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
Another little, when you're playing, I like this one. When you're playing co-op, you can revive members if they go down for the count.
Oh, God,
and
yeah.
you just press circle above them repeatedly, and then the character animation is sort of like,
It's like they're doing that, like, come on, get
Come
up.
on, come on, go on, get up.
But the hands moving. And,
up and down, and it just looks like
Don't look
they're
good.
doing a
See,
mischief.
when we were saying earlier, like, pixel art was definitely the right way to go, they obviously had that in mind before they thought we need a resuscitation animation. Do you know what I mean? They thought in pixel art, it's just going to look bad, you know?
Yeah, go for it.
I absolutely loved the animation when I leveled up and I got this like butt smash. I love that little animation. Don't know why. It was cute.
Nice.
It was cute.
Because you're perverse.
I'm an ass man, you know.
I'll tell you what I really.
He's an ass man.
So, like,
We've got an ass man on our hands.
so you're able to, well, when an enemy goes down but isn't dead, you can pick them up.
Oh,
you
yeah.
can hit other enemies with the enemy,
It's great, isn't
and
it?
then you can throw the enemy.
Yeah.
You can also pick up your teammates.
It's
And
great,
you can
isn't it?
beat up your enemies with your teammate.
Usually by
And
accident.
then throw your teammate at them. Great fun.
It's
yeah, I
brilliant.
love that little animation as well. The faces they make. I really like the animation.
Yeah.
The artwork.
So, yeah, the game plays so nice as well. Like,
It is. It's
you are right. Like, it is
really lovely.
sometimes a bit difficult to make sure you're hitting them.
Yeah.
You are
It's
attacking
it's
at the
a
right
small
time.
damage.
But
yeah.
Yeah.
It's
It's
the
a small
vast
problem.
Yeah, the vast majority of the time it works smoothly, runs smoothly, and plays fucking awesome. Simple as
Yeah.
that, you know. It's a lovely game. But I think really we've covered it, to be honest.
the music was alright as well.
Oh no, yeah. Actually, in stark contrast to the film, where we thought for the majority music wasn't great,
Yeah.
music in this was awesome.
Pretty good.
Just like
Yeah, it's
that
pretty good.
typical old school, like, you know, kind of like late 80s, early 90s sort of like cheesy game rock. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But it's good fun. It works with it. It's a beat. 'em
It
up,
works
you know?
well with the scene that it's set in.
Yeah,
I loved
exactly.
the little chime when we beat the boss, and I know it's from an old RPG, and it wasn't Final Fantasy, I think, which is
Secret of Mana.
maybe.
But we're not going to start naming all the RPGs, are we?
But yeah, I loved it.
Yeah, sound was pretty decent.
Yeah.
Overall.
Yeah, so you done the Battle of the Bands, and then the boss came in, and he was one of the exes.
Yes.
So I'm guessing at the end of the film, well, at the end of where we got to in the film, there was going to be
That
one of
was
the
gonna
exes
happen,
show up,
yes.
and he's going to fight him there.
Yes. It
Which
was
I think he
Michael
does.
Patel who we fought.
Yeah.
Was it? Yeah.
Or Matthew Patel.
Matthew Patel.
Matthew Patel.
But again, it doesn't explicitly say why you're fighting this guy.
Yeah, you have to know it before you
You
go
have to
in.
know the storyline.
Yeah. Yeah. It's very like. It doesn't feel like it's too open to new people.
Yeah, it feels like
Like,
it's aimed at fans.
It's aimed at fans. Which,
Although
to
we
be
could
fair,
have missed something because you'd already played a little
I
bit.
had already played a little bit, so
So it
Maybe,
might have had the
maybe.
intro and introduced like the rough story of her ex-boyfriends.
It could have.
A
Then.
little
It could
opening
have.
sequence.
Yeah.
Maybe.
because I already had like 3 levels completed or something.
Very true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it could have had a little storyline for all we know.
Yes.
People could be screaming at us at the moment.
I imagine it would have something very
It's
simple.
got to have something.
Just
It's gotta
like
have something to explain what's
Ramona's
going on.
ex-boyfriends, you will face them, Battle of the Bands.
But then it seems a
blah.
bit weird, like, although it doesn't. Like, I don't know. It's like, you know, when a game like this, you go to level 1, it should still play the like opening sequence, but you could just skip it.
Yeah.
But then if the game is that you replay the levels over and over again, then maybe it makes sense to only play it once.
Because,
That's true.
otherwise it just
Yeah,
get
yeah.
Tedious.
But then,
Mm.
how many times are you replaying this one level? You're not replaying it over and over again, are you? You're going to go fucking insane, like we did. We played it twice. I don't know. Who knows?
Let's leave it there because I think we could divulge ourselves
Yeah.
in
So would-
replayability for a long
Would we
time.
carry on playing this game?
yeah, if I was with you lot.
Yeah, on
Yeah.
the condition
Yeah.
we're together, yes.
Yeah.
Not alone
Yeah.
though. I don't think so alone.
Just so I can see Kim again.
Okay.
Oh! Look! Change!
Oh, Dan's the one that's got a crush.
Yeah!
not you.
Changes in the air!
I love.
I haven't
the
had a crush
character
this
as
time.
well. That sort of dry, don't give a fuck.
You know, that's really
character.
strange. I haven't had a crush this time.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah, it's weird,
I
isn't
had a crush in.
Every
Everything.
episode.
I'm trying to think what's the really dodgy one.
The lion.
Hermione Granger.
No, but we haven't done that.
No, but you talked about him. One of the
Nala,
episodes.
yeah, I fucking love Nala. But the thing is, there are lots of nice women in Scott Pilgrim.
So I just like my brain just processed what Dan said
I didn't hear it.
Hermione Granger.
because you've only done 1 and 2. Oh,
What, you
God.
fancy Hermione Granger?
No,
you.
we're saying some dangerous ones.
Oh, yeah, I like Hermione Granger.
Should we have a look at the call wall then, lads?
Yeah, I think we should get off that topic.
Right.
Pretty
Oh!
quick.
Yeah, sorry. She's.
There
Yeah.
is the call wall.
Yeah.
Right.
Right.
Brightness up there for you.
Time I use my glasses.
So top
Right.
5, we've got GoldenEye, Warriors, Hercules, Aladdin, and Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone.
Yes.
Yep.
And then bottom 5, we've got Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets, Little Nicky, Back to the Future Part 1, The Crow, and Wayne's World.
Yes. Right, guys, gotta say it now. This one's going high.
Yeah, this one's
Yeah.
definitely
This
going
one
high,
is
yeah.
definitely going high. The thing is, for the viewers and listeners, we take into account when this was made and what console it's on, what platform it is. You know, because a lot of older games can't compare to newer games due to technological demand. So we do take that into account. But at the same time, I think we're all in unison that this is going to be
pretty
pretty,
good game.
high up.
Yeah.
You know,
It's a
it's
good
one of the
game.
better ones we've
This
played.
is our first PS3 game as well.
That
It
is
is.
true, yeah.
It's strange because I don't particularly love the game, but I really appreciate the game. So yeah, it's going to go high for me as well.
Yeah, a bit like marrying because you have to.
Also, lads,
No, maybe not that serious.
turn off or get rid of those rose tinted glasses. Get rid of your bloody nostalgia.
Nostalgia, yeah, it's hard to let go of it. I think,
I know where I'm putting mine.
Ooh,
I think I know where I'm putting mine too.
I really don't know.
It's strange, actually.
It's in the top 5 for sure.
Yes, it is.
The thing about
Maybe even the top 3.
the thing about
Oh,
the thing about this top
What a bastard.
the thing about this top 5 is none of these are like really special games to me, in a sense.
That's fine. Just how good were they?
GoldenEye.
Brah.
I'm
Dad
not,
didn't have any friends with his
Aladdin.
N64.
that is very true.
Oh shit! I feel really bad now. Sorry,
Oh,
Dad. I didn't know that was going to backfire.
Wait, joke of the show.
My bad.
Well, I'm going to throw mine out there then. I'm going to stick it just above Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone, so underneath Aladdin. So it's going to sit in at number 5.
Gonna take number 5.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm above Aladdin. I want it to be number 4.
Above Aladdin.
Yes,
That's big.
but below
man.
Hercules.
See, I'm stuck between Aladdin and Hercules.
Don't forget, this is the PS3. This is only one generation ago.
Yeah, I know, but it's still played so well, and we got a hell of a lot of enjoyment out of it.
Yes.
11,
But you've got to keep in mind that's only with co-op.
Yeah,
You've got
great
to
point.
you've got to keep that to mind.
Great point.
I put it at number 5 as well.
Tom,
Good
where you
choice.
put it?
I think I am going above Aladdin. I think I want it number 4.
Fuck, so it's down to me.
Go on,
this
Stef.
is a tough one.
Stef's never put in this position.
He
This
always-
is the first
he always
time
makes
we've
the
seen him
smart choice of
squirm.
going
He's
first.
Yeah.
fucking brilliant.
It's because both of them are valid. 4 and 5.
I know what you're going to do. You're going to go 5, aren't you?
Well, I was debating. No, you know what? Because I was debating 3 or 4, I'm gonna have to put it in 4 because I can't put it in 5.
But
I'd
then
say-
we're at a tie.
Yeah, so
This is why we need an...
Who would
So we
win
have
a
to put it
fight?
at 4.5.
No, it's
Who's
who would
got
win in a fight.
Who's got a coin? Oh, who would win in a fight? Great
Yeah.
point.
Who?
So it's out of
Aladdin,
Aladdin
Scott Pilgrim.
and Scott Pilgrim.
Aladdin, mate.
Scott Pilgrim would kick the shit out of
Aladdin
him.
would fuck him up, mate. He
No.
plays with swords and shit.
Is
got
it
a
Scott
genie.
Hang on, is it Scott Pilgrim alone or with Sex Bubble?
No, alone.
Okay, I think he would...
It's not a team.
If
I
it's
think
Michael
he would
Cera,
doss up Aladdin.
Aladdin would fuck him up, man. He's
No
raised on the
way.
street. Scott
Look at-
Michael fucking Sarah, fucking.
No, the video game characters.
Okay, even the video game character. Who the
'Cause
fuck
look
is
at-
he? He's a little dweeby.
Yeah, but
fuck.
he can run in, slide tackle him, get him in the air, uppercut him, give him a few
I have
punches,
to admit though, Steph,
kick him.
Aladdin has a sword.
and apples.
Yeah. raised,
But
raised
that's
on the
all
street.
Aladdin. That's all
He's got,
Aladdin
he's
can
got
do.
more drive, man.
All Aladdin could do is swipe his sword and throw an apple.
All Aladdin
Scott
can
Pilgrim has got all different movesets.
Yeah, but I mean, Aladdin's more funky as well. He's got the hammer pants.
do. Yeah.
Yeah, but
He has
Scott
got MC
Pilgrim's
Hammer
all
pants.
pixel
He
art.
has got MC Hammer pants.
I'm going Aladdin all the way, man.
Oh, I'm going Scott Pilgrim.
Dirty, raised on the street, like rough, tough.
He's
Aladdin.
not rough and tough. Have you seen Aladdin?
Rough,
Yeah,
tough
he's
Aladdin.
rough,
Seen
tough
Aladdin.
And no nipples.
His dad is like the Prince of Thieves.
Right, who's
bro.
got a coin? Because we could just flip this and just. be
Why don't
done
you
with
just
it.
flip my polo?
Yeah, I was going for the polos as well. They're sitting right. It's all come
Because they're not
full
just
circle.
a delicious mint. They're also a very useful accessory in situations.
Wild.
Okay.
Wait,
Oh, that
what-
means-
how is
what's
that going
that
to do
gonna
anything?
prove?
Oh,
Get
it
a
means
polo out.
it landed on the barcode, which
Give me
means
that
Scott
fucking
Pilgrim
thing.
works. Wins.
Scott Pilgrim works.
Scott-
Right.
Done.
All right. So polo side is what's top.
Hey, that's
Aladdin.
really clever, actually. I didn't
Polo
think
side
of
is
that.
Aladdin, and
Might start a trend.
plain
That's
side
smart.
is Harry Potter. I'm gonna fuck this up on camera now.
Wait. What do you mean Harry Potter?
Aladdin.
So if it
You meant
lands,
Aladdin.
if it no,
Oh, you mean which one it takes over?
which one does it take over?
Okay.
Right. So if it
Oh.
lands polo facing up, it takes over Aladdin.
This is so
Lands
intense.
blank facing up, it takes over Harry Potter.
Okay.
Wait, so what do
We
we
all
want?
agree?
Polo up.
We want polo up.
We want polo up. Come on. Oh. What is it?
Boom! Oh! It's black up. It takes Harry Potter.
Thank you very much.
I'll eat it.
That's trial by combat.
So there we go. Our new
That is
number
trial by
5.
combat.
Our new number 5.
Is
Scott
Scott
Pilgrim versus
Pilgrim
the World.
versus the World for the PlayStation 3 and Xbox 360. Who the funk? So last question. Is Scott Pilgrim versus the World a cash grab?
Yes.
Is it a cash grab, Dan?
I was going to say yes, yeah.
Is it a cash grab, Steph?
I don't know if it is.
Explain your reason, Adam.
My reasoning is the series, the comic book series, have been around for a while, had like a developed fan base. The only point of time they released it is when it's gone, literally almost to the day when the movie is released, when it's gone out to like the general public, where it's millions and millions of people.
Yeah. But
And they didn't develop it as a huge like standalone physical game. It's not that
just
much
digital.
content gone into it. I mean, but it's lovely, it's beautiful, it plays well, but you could have made a full game out of that.
I don't know. I personally feel like it's not based on the film. It's based on the
Yeah.
comic book. And I feel like,
Just happened to be released the same day.
well, it makes marketing sense anyway.
It
Yeah.
is, as a business standpoint, it's perfect.
And I personally feel it's more of an extension of the comic book for the comic book fans than it was for the people who went to see the film to then go,
But
you know
would they
what,
have
I'll download
released
that
it
film.
if the movie didn't come out?
Well, that's...
I
yeah,
doubt
I
it.
don't know.
It's a very. It's
Oh.
in a game for the fans.
I just love it when you see somebody's train of thought just like stopped and they're just like, yeah, well, oh. So actually,
Good point,
it's like
yeah.
you instantly stop.
I think they probably would have.
Really?
Because it must... So the
I
comic
mean, you
book
can
was
say
coming-
that. You got to back it up, though. Innit?
Yeah, so I'm about to.
Fucking hell!
So the comic book was coming to the end of its life, yeah?
Yeah.
It was coming to its last issue. So they've also done a film. It's hard talking with a polo in my mouth. And a blocked nose. Right. So,
Excuses.
so the comic book's coming to the end of its life, yeah? So the guy's like, you know, maybe it's time we released a film. You could grab the whole thing as a fucking cash grab because he's releasing the film to get more people into the comic book to, you know, buy the comic books and get him even more money.
True.
Yeah.
But he does a film and then he does a game. And I feel like he could have just done the game to extend it anyway. He didn't have to do the film. It's only because they were like, I might as well do a film as well. And Edgar Wright.
So we're saying the film is the cash grab.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I'll just give my justification.
Yes, Dan. Go
You're going to
ahead.
be the tiebreaker, aren't you?
No, Tom's probably decided already that it's a cash grab.
As much as it's nice and
Thank you.
the sprite animation, it's all lovely. There's not much to the game. It's quite simple down to its core.
Yeah, it is, but there's a
That's
lot of
the
games that
style
are
of game,
simple.
yeah,
Like Castle
that's-
Crashers is simple, but it's
yeah.
great fun.
There was something else.
Mighty Joe. Simple. Mighty Joe?
Oh yeah, the bike game.
Yeah.
Yeah. The Mighty Joe.
Mighty Joe Young was
No,
a film
that's
about a
that-
gorilla.
No, not Mighty Joe. What am I thinking of?
Mighty Joe
Dude,
Young
like
was
red-
a film about a gorilla.
Red side-scrolling.
You're on a little moped bike thing and you're doing tricks.
Excite Bike.
No, not. I'm getting my phone out. I'm googling this shit.
Google.
Carry on, Dan. Sorry.
Danger Joe. No.
Danger Joe.
Is it
Oh,
Danger Joe?
Danger Joe!
Mighty Danger Joe.
Mighty Joe Young. That was the ape, wasn't
Yeah.
it? Can you Google that as well? Can we get him as like a mascot?
Carry on, Dan.
And we
Yes.
could get a
Say-
sponsorship from
There you go.
Jacobs and Ritz. And
Carry
Polo.
on, Dan.
I just
Polo.
don't think there's much to the game, and I agree with the timing and everything. Oh, there was something else I was going to say, but it's eluding me. It's gone with the wind.
That's not good enough because you've just repeated
No,
what Adam
Beautiful
said.
Joe's the side
Because there's so much going. I'm like,
Yeah, Beautiful
Tom?
Joe. I don't think it's a cash grab.
Well, fuck me. I didn't expect that coming.
Because even though the timing is purely for the sake of business sense, and if we went
Yeah.
on every single one as timing, nearly all of them would
Yeah,
have been a cash
I don't
grab.
feel like timing can really
But
come into
the
it.
fact is that although it's not the most deep game, the love that's been put into it to make it true to its original roots as a comic book and true to its roots as being influenced by video games means that it's had a hell of a lot of love put into it. A cash grab is something which involves something that usually, not all the time, but usually with a small development in a small studio to churn out incredibly quickly to make a buck off something which is already incredibly popular. This is something coming out before a film and has had a huge amount of love.
yeah, Polo time.
This is not a cash grab. No
We're
way.
going to have to polo flip this again.
But then we're just going to lose again.
No, we
Because
won.
no,
we lost.
don't you get it? The polo is biased because there's more weight where it's polo, where it's
Oh,
embossed.
fuck off.
No, because then you put it on your hand and you flip it over.
No, look at buttered toast.
Then you put it on your
does
hand.
always.
You catch it and then you flip it over, so it's not biased.
His mind is blown.
Right, so polo
Yeah, but
side.
when I flip toast, it always lands in my hand buttered side down.
Polo side is it's not a cash
Breakfast.
grab. Blank side is it is a cash grab.
It's going to be fucking black.
Is it polo side up?
You're
Oh, it's blank side up.
How
How am I a prick? How else are we going to solve that?
Because you should have said the other way.
Well, no, because it was me and you saying it was above. It doesn't matter. It is what it is. It's a cash grab.
It's a cash grab.
Well decided, guys.
We won both times.
Yeah, because the Polo is a
Probably.
biased flipping tool. It's not built for flipping.
Shut up,
It's
give me a
built
photo.
for
Marketing. mate.
It's built
Tom.
for eating because they're fucking delicious.
Thank you. I will say one thing. As for a cash grab, did it actually sell well? Because obviously it was pulled eventually.
Sell well.
So it might not have been a great cash grab if the licensing got revoked.
Because it's not a cash grab.
No, I'm just.
Sell well.
No, I'm saying it's still
Sell well.
made as a cash grab, but an
No
unsuccessful
idea.
one.
Don't know.
Sell well.
Should we?
That is
Should we
beyond.
find out how much it sold? Was it a financial
It got
success?
really good. It got really good reviews.
Oh, did it? Yeah, that's what I was
so
literally
some of the
about to
reviews
check.
were like 9 out of 10, but it was
I
like
can
an
imagine
average.
so.
It was an average of like 7 point something or 8. So it did do
Done
really
very
well.
well.
Did really good reviews.
I just
Well
wonder if
done.
it was a financial success.
We will never know.
We'll never know.
There's
And
no
on
way
that
to find out.
bombshell.
On that minty Polo bombshell, let's
Sign off.
call it a day.
Well, let me just end with one thing.
Here we go.
Oh, fuck.
I love it.
Oh, God. That's horrible.
He won't be here next time.
You literally just lost us viewers.
Or
God.
gained viewers. People were morbid. People
To anyone
love.
listening, Dan just basically
Pretended to crack his neck.
we did crack his neck.
I should have just. I was thinking that because of the. No, I should have just stayed dead on your shoulder, shouldn't I?
Yeah, that's good then. People believe you now. So thanks for tuning in to Cash Grab, episode 22. This episode has been sponsored by Polo, the mint with the hole.
I wish it was, but it's really not.
No, that is actually their slogan.
Is it?
I've
No.
read up at the Polos. Do you see TH hole?
Oh, yeah. The hole.
So at the moment it says he hole. I love a good he hole.
Sign off.
So this episode
If
has
you
been
don't-
sponsored by Meat Spin and in conjunction with Polos. Put a
And
polo on
Coke
your
Zero.
dick. Anyway, YouTube. If you're on YouTube and you're watching us, lucky you. You got the full experience. If you're on SoundCloud, that's a shame. You'll just have to watch this again on YouTube.
Not a shame.
Subscribe to our channel.
It's
and
not a
press-
shame, because I listen to all my podcasts in the car.
That's what
All right.
podcast is for.
Well done
Yeah.
for listening to it all. Now you can watch it and see us and see all the amazing things that happen, like
Yeah.
Adam catching a fly with his fingers.
That was pretty
Yeah.
good.
Can't hear
To be
that.
fair, you don't need to watch it to see us, just for the gameplay.
True enough. So
And the cool wall, you got to see what's going on there.
damn straight. So follow us on SoundCloud and iTunes, but also subscribe to our YouTube to see us in action.
And on Twitter.
Hang on. Who's the sign-off guy here?
This is the longest
believe-
sign-off ever.
I believe it's me.
I just feel like you've been
So,
doing
hey.
a lackluster job these
So, hey,
past 22 episodes.
Press that bell. You get notifications. And then follow us on Twitter. At Cash Grab Podcast. We're also on Instagram at the Cash Grab Podcast. And if you want to email, if you're that sort of person, that freak of a man, our email is cashgrabpodcast@gmail.com.
There's a theme. Cash Grab Podcast.
Cash Grab Podcast. Don't forget it. See you later. Bye.
Bye.